the entrance to Jackson Park in the fall. Some young cyclists. Here's Janine Stillman with her family during the Relay 2000 for the Trans-Canada Trail. And here we have some of the sculptures. This is an actual bridge, the Orange Corners Bridge. And this is Omimi. And here are some proud Trans-Canada Trail participants, again in the 2000, Relay 2000. The Trans-Canada Trail Foundation recommended that the rail corridor passing from Uxbridge to Lindsay to Peterborough to Corbyville near Belleville be used. This was an important tourism decision for Peterborough, as the trail could have easily been run south, say along Lake Ontario. It took 10 years of heavy lobbying by Kawartha Rail Trail members and snowmobile groups, but in 1999, the province of Ontario finally purchased the abandoned CN corridor from Uxbridge to Corbyville. In 2001, I sat on a 15-member volunteer steering committee which made recommendations as to the use of this line. The Ministry of Natural Resources is now the lead ministry operating the line for the province of Ontario. From my perspective, the most important outcome of the steering committee was that ATVs not be permitted to use the line. That is, because this corridor runs through Lindsay and Peterborough, the chances of conflict produced a safety hazard in this highly populated area. Because of that recommendation, the Peterborough Rotary members, Haig Kelly and Baron Cohen, were allowed to donate and have the corridor from Peterborough to Omimi developed as a non-motorized corridor. The trestle bridge at Orange Corners was soon developed. This bridge spans some 500 feet and is over 60 feet tall. A new highlight on the Peterborough area countryside.
I'm Howard Rowan and I live in Peterborough, and I used to live 10 miles south of here at Bethany. And when I came to Peterborough, I got a bike and I've used this trail from Peterborough up this way, the one from Peterborough to Lakefield. Enjoy all the trails around here. Wish they had more.
Do you walk or do you ride or mostly walk?
Well, I got my bike when I came to Peterborough 10 years ago, and I've ridden it quite a bit since I got it. But this last year I haven't been out as much. Vicki and I are doing more walking now than riding. Well, because there's no traffic. I don't like riding on the city streets because of the traffic. So this gets you out in the country and lots of scenery, and takes me back to where I spent my life on the farm.
Whereabouts was that?
Just a mile east of Bethany. I was born and raised on that farm and lived there until 10 years ago.
But we're really here today to mark this spot and our role in the Trans-Canada Trail, and that would not have been possible, in fact, without the contributions and enthusiasm of all of you and all who have contributed. So it's most appropriate that we are now part of a trail system that will link us from coast to coast to coast.
And as Sylvia said, it's It's from coast to coast to coast. It actually is a Y-shaped trail if you think about it. So you see, if you start in Newfoundland, you come all the way across the country through here, and then somewhere in the west, you go down the Mackenzie to the Arctic Ocean, or you go across the Rockies to the Pacific, which is an amazing thought that we are one part of that great big system. The other thing I'm impressed about, and Council has had a big part of this, and the Kiwanis Club has, and so have the Rotary Club, is that we haven't just said, okay, we're going to be part of the Trans-Canada Trail. We are a node in that trail, and we already are developing trails in other directions. For example, the one to Lakefield. So that people coming through here not only will be able to pass through to the coast if they're going across the whole country, they can visit this region. And I think that's a wonderful thing.
The Rotary Club has worked very closely with the city, with the county, and with the City of Kawartha Lakes and other partners in developing trails through this area. Its Trans-Canada Trail is one of the ways we can connect this country, and it's through a collegial atmosphere that's existed that the trail is being built.
The Trans-Canada Trail in Peterborough County still faces some maintenance issues. It is much more difficult to attract volunteers to manage the rural sections of the trail network. Unfortunately, the adjacent municipalities are much quicker to boast the revenues associated with tourism of trails than they are to invest in trail management or development. To date, the MNR is still slow to even call this the Trans-Canada Trail route through Peterborough County. However, it is now listed on municipal maps and brochures. This trail consists of spectacular vistas and runs alongside geographical features like drumlins. It slowly rises away from Peterborough and cuts through farmland, forests, and meadows. From Peterborough, there are now reasonable destinations both to the east and the west. Omimi is only a 15-kilometer ride to the west, as is Lang Pioneer Village to the east. The new Peterborough Area Trail Network has been a remarkable achievement. While management and maintenance of the rural corridors still remain difficulties, the network is in place and provides safe recreation to local participants and visitors alike. The network is a window on the environment and preserves the historically significant rail corridors for future generations. Now families, school groups, and individuals have access to outdoor recreation throughout the Peterborough landscape.